Viewers, good day and welcome to a very special edition of our interview segment. Here with us today, Mr. Ali Petrus of Petrus Plaza, and Petrus Plaza is coming to the BVI very shortly. We're going to talk all things business, family, and roots. You're watching 284 Media. All this and more after a word from our sponsors. Is business slow? Cash flow down? Hosting an upcoming event? We can help. Advertise with 284 Media and take your business or event to the next level by enhancing your present marketing and messaging strategies. Allow our team of experts to create a personalized ad that sets your business apart from all the rest. This could be your business or event. So, what are you waiting for? Contact our marketing team at 284media@cctbvi.com. Advertising with us works. Mr. Petrus, welcome to 284 Media.
Oh, this is exciting.
And by extension, welcome home.
Yes, welcome home. Yes, welcome home is appropriate. I grew up in Bruce Bay,
Nice.
Tortola. Back in the days we called it Lil Bay. I guess they call it Lil Bay right now also. But I grew up with my grandmother back there, who was Leona Christopher Calwood. So the summers I used to spend there in Bruce Bay, and those were some of the great times that we have. And so, you asked me earlier in terms of, why.
Why, yeah.
Yeah, why develop business here in Tortola? Well, as I was telling you, most people, when you're trying to characterize or trying to identify, a particular person, why they act like this, why are they, behave like this, why they've become the person they become, and psychologists always go back to the roots, in terms of the early childhood days, and that's what has made me who I am today. Those early experiences in Bruce Bay, growing up, it was an awesome experience with my grandmother. And so, I wanted to give back to that community.
Nice.
That made me who I am today. And so it's awesome, it's great, it's fulfilling. It's almost like, coming full circle to your roots. So it's a lot of fun. This has been fun for me in terms of developing a business here and encountering some old friends and families that I've missed along the way. And so we have been able to reconnect, and it's like old times.
That is wonderful. It still takes a village to raise a child, obviously, and you're a living example of that.
Definitely.
Tell us about the new product. Petrus Plaza is coming to the BVI, and you guys have just a variety of services that you're bringing to the BVI community. We understand now why. What can we expect?
We're going to be having, first of all, it's in Fish Bay.
Yes, Fish Bay.
And it's right after International Motors, if you see the construction that's going on there. And what we're going to be doing, what we have there is a plaza that has multiple entities that's going to be within that operations. And two of the anchors of that will be a gas station, of course, and a car wash, a drive-through car wash. Gas station, we have a chain of PG gas stations that we developed. We're a family-owned business, and I'll talk about that a little bit more. But it's, PG gas station. We bring in the brand here, and we also have a drive-through car wash. Now, the drive-through car wash is very interesting.
Okay.
It is the touchless. Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, people are familiar with the brush that touches your car and what have you. But with a touchless car wash, you basically, as you drive through, it's a lot of pressure that makes the car, and in combination of the chemicals, biodegradable chemicals, that cleans the actual car itself. And I really had my questions about it initially. But after I saw the product and how great it is, because we have one in St. Thomas that we're subleasing out to someone right now, but it is an excellent finished product. And so a lot of people are going to be excited about that. I think you're going to probably have a video to show them where
we do.
It's almost like a light show that we have. So if you go there at night, I remember one time my young daughter, when she went through there, her first experience was like, wow. When she saw the light show. So it is going to be very exciting. So I hope you guys can come. And there should be no dirty car left on Tortola when this car wash is open.
That's right. So we have the gas station, car wash, and tell us
Yeah.
about the convenience store.
It's not going to be a convenience store.
Okay.
We are subleasing out what we call it's going to be, we're creating a food court.
Okay.
Yeah, and that food court, I can't reveal the secret right now, but it's going to be a product that people are going to go, you're going to go crazy about.
Okay.
So the food court is actually an exciting component of it, but that's going to be in the second phase of it. The first phase is going to be the car wash and the gas station, and we're planning on having a soft opening in December,
Okay.
and then a grand opening where we're inviting the entire community of Tortola out in January. And you're going to hear the date. We're going to announce the date. We're going to announce it actually here with you guys too.
Definitely, yes.
And so, because we want the entire community to come out. We're going to be memorializing the building actually.
Okay.
We're going to be having a plaque made of my grandmother and my
Wonderful.
mother, who are from Bruce Bay, and showing how much they mean to me in my journey through life. A lot of people who may not be aware, but we are a family-owned business. We are started in St. Thomas. It's my wife, myself, my daughter. She just came back home from college,
Yes.
from getting her master's degree. She works with us. She manages the stations in St. Thomas and also does marketing along with my wife. And so we have a very small, tight-knit family. Family means
And a solid team, too.
a solid team. My wife, she's very sharp, not to mention beautiful, but she's very sharp. And so she, she likes looking at the nuts and bolts, making sure everything fits, and she's very detail-oriented. So we really hope to have a good product. We know we're going to have a good product here presenting to the people. We've been in the food business. We own Subway.
Okay.
And I know you probably remember there was an IHOP in St. Thomas.
There was at one point.
We own that too. We had the best food, but of course, the expenses were too high.
Okay.
And we also own the Subaru, which is there at the Petrus Plaza.
Yes.
We own Petrus Plaza and a chain of gas stations. So we have a variety of different businesses, and our whole mission after we got into business was to diversify.
Okay.
When people are talking about investment, they always tell you don't put all your eggs in one basket.
That's
so we even going further now to diversify in the BVI market, where we're diversifying in different markets. And so that's very important. But coming home, this has been the greatest crowning glory of my entire business career.
Amazing. And congratulations on that. Tell me a little bit about the journey, because obviously you've been in business for a number of years. You more than likely would have seen some highs and lows, but you're still here, you're still kicking, still present. Tell us about that journey for yourself and your family.
Yeah, we started off in, it was 17, 18 years ago, and we started off with one Subway.
Okay.
Within that same year, we grew and we had 3 Subways that we built in that same year. From the Subway, we went to the IHOP. That didn't last long. But I tell you, we used to say to ourselves, every person who's been in business, about 90-something% of them have had struggles.
Of course.
And our struggle came during the crash in 2008, 2009. And we used to get up every morning and say, if I could make it through this, I could make it through anything. And guess what?
You did.
We made it through it.
You did.
So therefore, our trajectory really is on a growth pattern right now. And we want to do a lot more in the BVI community. We are going to be, this is not going to be our first and the last project here in the BVI. We believe in this community. We believe in the market. We believe in the people. And we're going to do a lot of stuff in this community. As a matter of fact, one of the things that we always do when we get into business or get into a community is we become a major part of that community.
Okay.
And so we believe in education. We want to partner and sponsor some educational components, programs. And so, education has been a big part of our lives.
Wonderful.
Has made us who we are
Very
today.
vital. Yes.
And so we want to demonstrate that through not only our words, but our deeds. And so...
putting your money where your mouth is.
Yeah. We were given... in St. Thomas, we used to give $10,000 a year to students who are underprivileged to go to college. We didn't look at the A or B students, but we look at the C students. Why? I was a C student. Okay, I was not one of the top of the class, but it's important that people have a fighting chance. And the kids in the BVI deserve that fighting chance. So we want to put our money where our mouth is, and we want to support the community, particularly in education here in the BVI. Amazing.
Now, before we go, Mr. Petrus, I want you to leave our younger generation, perhaps not the younger generation only, but there are a lot of persons within the community who have dreams and aspirations, and they're probably looking at you and looking at you in awe of your success, but obviously it wasn't always that easy. What encouragement would you give to the persons in our community who might be a bit apprehensive about starting any particular venture or branching out on any talent that they might have?
Yeah, you always have, you're going to always, by nature though, we always are, as we were growing up, people are going to tell you a lot of don'ts. You know, don't do this, don't do that, don't touch this, don't touch that. And so it creates a lot of reservation in us in that we don't try to, you know, we are afraid of going out there and taking chances and leaping. You know, we always measure, then remeasure before we even take a step. And so, but in order for success to come, you got to take that big chance. You know, you got to have that faith. You know, faith is, you know, it's almost like what grounds us as a family. And so we believe in what God has given us in terms of our talents. And so we want to maximize that. But what I would say to people, you know, you got to understand what, you know, what your limitations are and what your growth potentials are. Too often we focus on what our limitations are, and we don't look at how, you know, on the potential side, what we could potentially do. And so, you know, I always feel that people should get into business. We as a community, as you know, a community of black people, I think that, you know, we should be, you know, we shouldn't be questioned when we go into business because it should be expected. You know, and so one of the things I like about a BVI community is that being in business is almost like, you know, the locals being a major part of the business community is an expectation. Yes. And so having been in a community like that, I mean, it's like the sky's the limit. You know, what can stop you? You know, but yourself. Indeed. And your thought process. You know, you become what you think. Indeed. And so my encouragement to people is that go out and take a chance, a little incremental, you know, incremental steps, and eventually you're going to be able to find your groove and see that, yeah, you can do that. You can be competitive. And you can be successful. And Petrus has definitely found their groove, and we welcome you guys to the beautiful British Virgin Islands. We appreciate you so much. And thanks, and we are here to stay, and so we're going to be a part of the community, and so you're going to see us around. Thank you, viewers.
Father Jesus, that line you long like church service.
Next customer line, please. Wait, hold on a second.
Yes, Sonny boy, come, yes, Sonny.
Good morning.
Good morning, Sonny boy. Hold on there. You must have cut front of people.
It's okay, I'll take care of it.
What? No man, to take care of me.
How may I assist you?
Yes.
You want top of power?
You want top of power?
Join the prepaid party with CCT and enjoy more affordable data plans, more top-up promotions, more savings with hero bundles, and more value for your money each and every Tuesday with Top Up Turn Up Tuesday. Visit a CCT store today or anywhere CCT Top Up is sold and top up your phone.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You want top of power?